6. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to welcome our first guest speaker for the day, Professor Dharmender Gupta sir from JGU Hisar. The topic of the session will be course files and document files. So, without consuming any time, I would like to request Professor Dharmender Gupta sir to take the session forward. Welcome, sir. So please unmute yourself. Thank you.
Okay, my slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So, good morning, everyone. Today's my session is one of the most important key factor, that is the documentation, because your accreditation visit is successful if you are very strong in documentation, and documentation should be based on actual and factual data. Okay, so let us start with because you must have the clear-cut picture in mind while your visit is planned, and what is the meaning of that. Normally, these are the information which every faculty, along with the principal and the management, must be familiar with it. So one of the general information on accreditation is that in case your visit of the expert team to an institution is conducted between 1st July to 31st December, the period of accreditation would be commenced from the ongoing academic session.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting in between, but I guess the slide is not moving, sir.
Again, not
We are,
moving.
we are on the first slide only.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, it's turned to third slide now.
Now third, no?
Yes,
Just wait. So
yes, it's on
this is
second now.
okay. This is my first. Okay. In case the visit of the expert team to an institution is conducted between 1st July and 31st December, the period of accreditation would commence from ongoing academic session. Ongoing academic session means, let us say right now we are in 2021. If visit was conducted from July 20 to December 31st 20, then the accreditation period will start from the same academic session. Let us say if your visit is, let us say, conducted between 1st January till 30th June, means your accreditation period will be 21-22. Okay. Now this is the information which is for the students. Only students who graduate during the validity period of accreditation of a course will be deemed to have graduated with an NBA accredited degree. Sometimes many countries ask from the student, please mute your mics. Sometimes many countries or the employers in different foreign countries sought information from our graduates that whether your degree is accredited or not. So this is the information for all the students that their degree will be considered as the accredited degree if he or she graduated from that period. Okay. Again, this is the very required information that whenever you are preparing your data related to your faculty, this is the format which every department or institution has to follow. Now you see that this is the format given by NBA, that if you are preparing data for faculty related to your CAY M1, M2, M3, then this should follow this format. that the name of the faculty, his or her PAN number, his highest qualification like PhD or MTech, area of specialization, whether CSC or IT or ECE, or sometimes in ECE might be mobiles or IoT or something, designation, the current designation, date of joining in the institution. Okay, then the date on which designation as professor or associate professor acquired. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये ध्यान में रखने के लिए, बिकॉज दिस डेटा is to be verified with the pre-qualified data. And you know that in tier 2 institutions, at least either one professor or associate professor with PhD you should have in your department during the year CAY and CAY M1. And for tier 1 institutions, at least either 2 professors or 1 professor and 1 associate professor with PhD should be available in the department during 2 years CAY and CAY M1. So this date of joining as professor or associate professor matters with PhD. Currently associated, yes or no, whether faculty is working with institution or not. So you have to inform yes in the form of yes or no. Nature of association, it could be regular, it could be current, it could be contract, and it could be adjunct. So irrespective of mode, this table should clearly told that whether the person who's working with the institution is working as on regular basis or contract basis or full-time basis. So this is the format again given by the NBA. If contractual mode, then whether it is full-time or part-time. Now you see, in case of regular, we always know that person is full-time. But in case of contract, person may be on part-time or only full-time. So you have to again furnish this information. Date of leaving. If person is working with institution but left the institution in between, so you have to tell the actual date of the person who left the institution. Sorry. Okay. Similarly, you have to follow the format for placement data. Friends, like again, this format is given by NBA, that whenever you are preparing data of placement of a particular academic year, because this data needs to be verified by the team, then it should have the university roll number or the serial number, the student name, his or her discipline like CSC or IT or ECE or something, year of passing means graduation from the institution, on or off campus placement, whether he was placed through on campus or off campus, name of the employer, and if possible date of placement, because it determines whether the student was having placement during the same academic year or in the subsequent next year academic year. The thing to note is that every institution or the department must follow the same formats as prescribed by the NBA. So these are basically these two, like faculty format and placement format, is in toto is to be followed. Regarding faculty, there are certain norms associated while you are preparing your data. In case of regular faculty, the faculty to be counted in the respective year if the faculty has joined on or before 31st August of the same year and has continued at least till 30th April of the next year. So please note this period. Anyone who joins on or before 31st August and continues till 30th April only be counted towards faculty. Let us suppose one left on 29th April will not be counted. Similarly, joins on 1st September will not be counted at all. There are certain norms again related to faculty. All the faculty, whether regular or contractual, except part-time, will be considered. So now this is the clarification given by NBA earlier what happened, 75% faculty should be on regular basis and only 25% faculty be counted who is on contract. But now they say whether regular or contractual, faculty should be available and will be counted. There is no bar that whether faculty, like 70% of regular faculty, this bar has been removed by NBA. The contractual faculty, doing away with the terminology of visiting or adjunct faculty whatsoever, who have taught for 2 consecutive semesters, that is full-time basis, in the corresponding academic year on full-time basis shall be considered for the purpose of calculation and faculty-student ratio. So now I think every faculty should have this understanding that except that the faculty is having designation, whether he is an assistant professor or visiting professor or adjunct faculty, whatsoever be the designation, he be counted only if he is working, he or she is working on full-time basis in the institution for 2 semesters in the faculty-student ratio. However, following will be ensured in case of contractual faculty. Number 1, shall have the AICTE prescribed qualifications and experience. Number 2, shall be appointed on full-time basis. Please note this, full-time basis, not part-time basis, and worked for consecutive 2 semesters, means joins on or before 31st August and continues till 30th April during a particular academic year under consideration. Should have gone through an appropriate process of selection and the records of the same be made available to the visiting team during NBA visit. Means at least as per the norms, if you are recruiting a faculty, it should be through public notice, that is advertisements. A proper selection committee is to be constituted. Interview should be held by the selection committee and recommendation given by the selection committee be duly approved by the board of management. So these are the associated or necessary documents to be shown during visit to the visiting team. In the norms regarding PhD, the PhD faculty count requirement shall be calculated on the pro rata basis here with at least 70% to be part of regular faculty and the remaining being part of contractual faculty, if any. When we say contractual, only those who have taught for consecutive 2 semesters on full-time basis. So let us suppose if you are having a requirement of 4 PhD teachers, then on contractual, there should not be value more than 1. So means minimum 3 plus 1. Suppose you are having a faculty, contractual faculty, out of these 4 having 2 PhD and 2 regular. So that will not be counted, like only 1 will be counted towards contractual faculty, means 2 plus 1, 3 in place of 4. The available and required number of PhD in the department shall be truncated to its nearest lower integer. Okay, so this is truncation, not rounding. This is one of the important things which again now NB has introduced, the age limit. Earlier, no faculty can continue or work if he or she attains the age of 70, more than 70. But now NBA says there is no age bar. If faculty is able to deliver the things, he or she will continue even after acquiring age of more than 70. So there is no age limit for consideration of the emeritus faculty as long as they are physically fit to take classes and engage with students and are employed on full-time basis. Now, again, while you are preparing your data, whether it is the institutional data or the program data or the faculty data, you have to consider your academic year from July to June. Okay. So normally the terminology we use in SAR is CAY, means current academic year. Right now we are in 2021. Then the assessment years means -1, -2, -3. Normally we say CAY, M1, M2, M3. This is the actual assessment period. So for CAY 2021, your assessment period will be 19-20, 18-19, 17-18. Okay. how to calculate placement. Normally, placement component is a group of placement activity, higher studies, and entrepreneurship during the assessment years M1, M2, M3. So normally we calculate it Z, that is number of students placed in companies or government sector plus number of students pursuing PhD or higher studies plus number of students turned entrepreneur in the area related to engineering discipline, core discipline. You please remember it, that if your alumni is an entrepreneur, then he should be considered only if first working in the same engineering discipline. And N, number of students admitted in final year. So your placement will be Z divided by N. Is it okay? Komal? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Till now, is there any question? Hello, from the audience? Till now, is there any question? From any of the participants?
I guess everything is clear so far, sir.
No, sir, it's clear, sir.
Okay, okay. Because I am assuming that my session should be interactive, because NBA accreditation is not a just routine work. It needs lot of clarifications, even during preparation of your SAR, and after submission of SAR, during preparation related to your visit. Okay. Now, actual role of institution starts from this place. Earlier slides were basically supporting documents which helps you people to prepare your data in the correct forms. Normally, institution gathers information in their own styles or in their routine working. But NBA says it should be in prescribed formats only. So they have given guidelines to every institution along with the visiting team that every institution must prepare their data in a sequential flow. That is why they have given the prescribed formats, because sometimes these formats will help the visiting team to verify and calculate, like SFR means student faculty ratio, the cadre ratio means how many professors, how many associates you have, the PhD data, and so on. The retention data, PhD data, so many things. Okay. Now let us start with how to prepare documentation at the program level and at the institution level. Let us start with program. Normally, NBA says these are the guidelines only. You should have your data in the sequence as suggested by NBA, but this is not limited to these specific files only. If you have more data, you should prepare your documentation with the name of these files. So let us start with, in first file, you can name it program 1. All these files are related to program only, like BTech ECE, BTech CSC, or IT, or mechanical, or any. So you have to categorize your information in two forms. One, information related to program. Second, information related to institution. So whenever you are preparing your data related to each program, you write on first file P1, name is NBA accreditation reports of the past visits. Now suppose your team is visiting your institution, then this P1 contains the previous record of the NBA team. If not, say nil. If visit was conducted, you were either accredited or not accredited. That information should be compiled or should be made available in this file named P1. Then P2, department budget and allocation of last 3 years data. So this is second file. That, like, since your CAY is 2021, then this file should have the budget allocation and department budget and its allocation of 3 years data like CAY M1, M2, M3. Then P3 means program related file number 3, admissions, seat filled in and ranks of last again 3 years data, CAY M1, M2, M3. File number 4 related to program, list or number of students who cleared the program in 4 years, last 3 years data. I think the participant working in engineering colleges who are already accredited or going into accreditation must be knowing this is success index with backlogs, means 4-year degree in 4 years, 4-year degree in 4 years. Then average grade point means API. It is again to be calculated. Program related file number 6, placement and higher studies data of last 3 years, CAY M1, M2, M3. Please note whatever I am reading it, CAY M1, M2, M3 means these are the 3 years which are assessment years. So placement, your SI, your admissions all are related to the assessment years. And placement and higher studies data should be in the same format as suggested by the NBA. Please note this. File number 7 related to program, professional society activities, its events, its conferences organized, etc. Again, all the 3 years. And if you are a member of professional society, then you should have the required documents to be seen by the visiting team, and the events and conferences, etc. organized by the program under the banner professional society activity. Program related file number 8, list of student papers along with hard copies of the publications, professional society publications, magazines, etc. Please ask me as and when needed. File number 9 related to program, sample best and average project reports or thesis. Please note this, that during like your final year of your 4-year BTech program, your students are gone under projects. So to make the samples available, you have to select all 3 kind of samples, best, average or even worst, means just passing, so that team can visualize based on the project submitted to the institution or degree awarded, that what were the quality of the graduate produced by the college or the program. File number 10 related to program, details of faculty student ratio. Again, because in my lecture, in my talk on delivered on 27th, I have already given one format that how to calculate SFR. So this file must contain the desired information. File number 11 related to program, faculty details with their service books, salary details, sample appointment letters, promotion and award letters or certificates. Now this is very important file, means file number 11. Means every department should maintain the personal files related to each and every faculty available in the department, and it should contain their joining, means normally a service register is to be maintained by each institution, where the date of joining of the teacher or date of increment or anything is to be maintained in that register. Their salary, sample appointment letters, promotion if granted at the level of associate or professor, or awarding advance increment based on acquiring PhD degree. Okay, and any appreciation or award letters or certificates are to be maintained in this file. So this is very important. Please note this.
So small doubt, sir.
Yeah.
So there should be in this 3 years or 4 years period only, no?
This is related to 3 years. Normally, what happened? This is a single file, but contain faculty which were available during the assessment period, including the current academic year.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Somebody might left, so the personal file of that fellow should maintain even the relieving letter,
Okay.
so that it can be verified that he or she left on that particular date, and at least 3 to 4 months pay slips, and sometimes the file return, income tax returns also, just to verify, along with your Aadhaar, PAN, and other identification, identity cards, etc., including the college. This is very important file. Are you getting? This file must contain right from the beginning their appointment letter, their joining letters, their date of increments, their promotion letters, their award letters or appreciation letters, along with 3 to 4 pay slips, income tax returns, Aadhaar ID, PAN ID, and college ID. At least all these things should be maintained in the personal file of a teacher, whether continue means whether working or left. So if left, then the relieving certificate. So sometimes institutions say that our institution is maintaining. So it is not like this. Institution may maintain, but department must maintain during the visit. The file
Okay,
number
sir,
12.
thank you.
File number 12.
Sir, doubt, sir.
Yes.
You mentioned the selection board details.
Yeah.
We have to get it from the office and kept it in the department?
No, you try to understand first. Like in personal file, which is maintained at department level, you do not need the selection committee proceedings. These selection committee proceedings, along with advertisement copies and board approval, is to be maintained at institution level.
Okay, thank you.
The chairman of the team will see and verify whether they are following the HR norms or not, as per the AICT and the state government or affiliating university. If it is maintained, chairman will tell in the briefing that they are maintaining and they are following the recruitment procedure. If chairman says that he has not seen the recruitment procedure, then team will ask that please ask the HR people who is working with institution to show at least 2-3 files for the faculty to see whether their selection was as per norms or not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So file number 12.
Another doubt, sir. Suppose we are applied for only 3 branches, 3 programs. In the letter pad and mark list and transfer certificate, we have to only accredit for civil, mechanical, electrical, and like that for all branches.
No, not all. Like those 3 branches which are under accreditation, you have to maintain at the department level. Like if programs of civil, mechanical, or CSC are under accreditation, then three departments should maintain the personal files at the department level along with the institution level. But the first year faculty related to all programs, they got verified by the chairman, because sometimes even one course is to be taken by more than one faculty. Like in mathematics, one teacher might be taking classes in CSC, means which is under accreditation, and might be automobile, which is not under accreditation. So first year faculty files is to be checked by the chairman, and the core faculty file is to be checked by the team. Or you need any other clarification?
Suppose one fellow completes the diploma within 5 years.
Okay.
But at the time of joining, the branch is accredited. We have to issue the TC with accredited. Civil branch is accredited with the NBA.
You want to say that whether his or her degree is to be considered as accredited or not?
Yeah.
It's not a question like this. When he is graduated, at that time, if the program is accredited, his or her degree will be considered as accredited.
Because he studied 3 years. At the time, there is accreditation.
You please try to understand.
After 2 years.
NBA says graduated. If a person graduated in a accredited period will be considered as accredited degree.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, because you know that nowadays either NBA award 3 years accreditation or 6 years
6 years.
accreditation. So that depends on. So if the degree, if the student graduated in a accredited period, his or her degree will be considered as accredited. It is not that I got admission in an accredited program, but when I graduated and my degree was not accredited. So it's not a question. That is why they have given the norms that if a person graduated during the accreditation period, his or her degree will be considered accredited.
Sir,
Okay.
excuse me, one doubt,
Yes,
sir.
yes, please. Yes, please.
A student belonging to a current year -5, if he passes in this year, whether he will be accredited?
You please try to understand what are the norms. Norms is that if a student gets graduated during the accreditation period, his or her degree will be counted. It's not like that when he was admitted, when he, like simple norm is the graduated. When he graduated, he or she will be considered if accreditation period is active.
Okay, thank you.
So next
Sir,
is the file.
Sir, these things are available in the manual, or we have to copy it?
No. You need not to copy it. Just you go to the NBA website. All these information is available. Whatever I have listed, this is not my own created. That is the information which is currently available on the website. And sometimes even day after tomorrow, they might revise the information. So always believe whatever is available currently. So please do not follow any information until unless you are verifying it from the NBA website. So this is my general suggestion to all of you. Even the formats, sometimes within a week or like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they got revision. So every time before filing any information, please consult and verify with the NBA website. This is my general request to all of you. Because I cannot say that 100% this is available. So just based on my experience and the information available, I have compiled. But this is information for you that always go for content verification with the NBA website, because they are keep on revising many things based on the experience of all teams and the various other experts and the Washington Accord. So just please get it revised or get it verified from the information which is available on NBA website.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, like one example is earlier admission ratio was of 3 years, CAY M1 M2. Now it is CAY M1 M2 M3. Earlier in one of the pre-qualifier parameter, placement was considered. Now they are not considering. Earlier in pre-qualifiers, admission at the institution level was one of the pre-qualifier. Now it is not. So that is why please always got verification from the NBA website. So these are only the tentative things which every institution at program or institution level has to maintain. But get it verified from the NBA website, so that you can firmly can say that yes, it was available on NBA website. So this list is of NBA only, like the related to program and related to your institution. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. File number 12 related to program. Faculty list with designation, qualification, joining date, publications, R&D, interaction details. Again, this should be faculty wise. And faculty list should be prepared as per the format already discussed in the previous slides. File number 13 related to program. List of faculty publication along with DOI and publication or citation details. Now to remember here that when we say faculty publication, normally it is papers published in journals of repute. So minimum a paper is to be considered which must have the DOI. or it should be in your journal should be SCI indexed or Scopus indexed or Web of Science. So these are the information related to faculty, because the faculty means the criteria number 5. File related to
Sir, doubt, sir.
Yeah.
In publication, that should be published in international paper, international journal. There should be a ISSN number or ISBN number is also enough, no?
It is not enough. Minimum DOI.
Oh.
Minimum DOI.
What is the DOI, sir? Just I could understand.
Digital Object Identifier. Because it should be, when we say that paper is having DOI, it means it is publicly available.
Okay.
Sometimes the journals or the papers which are having ISSN number or ISBN number, they are not publicly available. So that is why this DOI is essential. Every paper is having some DOI, means publicly available for reference, for use.
So if you click that DOI number, the ISBN number, they will get it paper in a journal, no? E-journal.
But that is not true in all cases. So that is why NBA says your paper should have minimum DOI, or you should have the Scopus index, like your journal should be Scopus index or Web of Science or SCI.
Okay.
So you have to prepare. So you have to prepare your list as per the instruction given by the NBA. It is already, all these instructions are available with your SAR format.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then file number 14 related to program, list of R&D and consultancy projects along with approvals and project completion reports. This is very much having very importance. And when we say R&D, it should not be from institution. It should be from outside agencies. Normally consultancy and R&D. But it has been seen that in number of cases, the sister concern of institution is giving R&D and consultancy. That is not acceptable. File number 15, list and proof of faculty interaction with outside world. Normally, when we say interaction with outside world, does not mean that paper publication or you are presenting paper in conferences. Here you can have the data related to whether you are member in your affiliating university major committees like Board of Studies or faculty or academic council or Board of Management, etc. Or you are reviewer of any journal, or you have given invited talk in like FDPs or SCTPs, like this way. So you have to list all these certificates inside this in order to show or demonstrate that your faculty is having interaction with outside world. File number 16 related to program, list of classrooms, faculty rooms, etc. So this is infrastructure. File number 17, list of program specific labs and computing facility within the department. This is again related to infrastructure. Means criteria number 6. Then file related to file number 18 related to program, list of non-teaching staff with their appointment letters and their qualification. Normally the number of labs which you have, you should have the minimum number of technical staff as per the labs needed. The file number 19 related to program, list of short-term courses, workshop arranged and course module developed. Again, all these files should have data year-wise, like the CAY M1, M2, M3. Then 20, records of new program specific facility created, if any. That whether you have added any extraordinary equipment or new facility which is not part of the program but giving additional advantage to the student for their skill upgradation. File number 21 related to program, records of overall program specific improvements. Now you compare your improvement with the previous visit and you have to demonstrate that you are in upward direction. Now come to file number 22 related to program, curriculum, POs, PEOs, mission and vision statements. Please mute your audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you having any question? Are you having any question? No.
No, sir, I guess.
Okay. So, Komal, सबको request करिए mute करें.
All right. Respected participants, please mute yourself.
Okay. Then now the important files started from this place. Important in the sense which sports OBE, outcome based education. File number 22, which must contain the curriculum. If you are a tier 1, then approval along with the approval of your academic council. And if you are a university, then the university approved curriculum. Then the POs, PEOs, mission and vision statements. All these should be made available in this file 22. Then file number 23 related to program, mapping of course outcomes and program outcomes. File number 24 related to program, course files. Now, as it was the need of this lecture, course file, plan of course delivery. Now means what this course file should have. Plan of course delivery, question papers, answer scripts. ये सब क्या है? Sample answer script, assignments, reports of assignments, project reports, report of design projects, list of laboratory experiments, reports of laboratory experiment related information. So your course file must include this along with your timetable. Is there any question related to 24 number file? Now, as teacher, whatever you are doing.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
So what is the report of assignment?
Report of assignment means, let us say, you have given assignment to your student.
Yes, sir.
Whether they are up to the mark or not, whether they have submitted in time or not, whether how many students are having ability to solve and submit assignment in time. So all kind of things should be briefed in your report.
Thank you. Okay.
Then file number 25, rubrics developed, validate the POs, means your graduate exit survey, it should have. Similarly, course exit survey, you should have. The complete data and its analysis, you should have in this file. File related number 26, improvement in curriculum of mapping PO and PSOs. So based on your criteria 7, if you are not able to attain, let us say, more than 50% POs or PSOs, then as earlier said, that you have to identify the gaps and then you have to suggest the possible action to be taken. Here, sometimes suppose your all PO and PSO have been attained, it means you have to improve your mappings so that you can follow the improvement path. So this file 26 must contain this. If you are able to attain all, then file number 26 must demonstrate that you are improving. File number 27, direct and indirect assessment to show attainment of PO and PSO. So that was discussed in my lecture on 27. So the entire details, this 27 file number related to program must contain. And one of the important thing in OBE implementation is the file number 28, stakeholders involvement in the process of improvement of PEO and POs. Normally in OBE, stakeholders involvement is one of the key factors. If we are not able to involve our stakeholders, means that we are unilaterally acting. So this is not acceptable. So these are tentatively 28 files related to program. Again, as NBA says and as expert I am telling, this is only the exemplary. This is not the exhaustive list. If you have information other than these 28 files, you please maintain and all documents in those in the remaining files. But perception is if you are able to maintain information in related 28 files related to program, might be your all information will be embodied or included in these files. Now, any question related to document or data or information needed for widget to be verified by the team related to program. Any question, please?
So, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
25, sir.
Yeah.
Need some clarification on 25, sir. Can you explain details, sir?
Which one?
25, sir. Rubrics development to validate the PO.
You like in my talk on 27th, what I said, rubrics developed to validate the POs. Normally what happened, that one of the PO is that ability to express, one of the PO is to solve problem using technology.
Yes, sir.
Normally, university assessment methods does not validate it.
Okay, okay, sir.
Because we have only questions to be asked from all.
Yes,
normally,
sir.
These questions are in general. But suppose I want to demonstrate that my students are using latest technologies. Then I have to develop my rubric or my method of assessment, which can demonstrate that let us say 10% of my students are using latest technologies to solve problems. So that is my method, which demonstrate or validate that 20% students are using the current one. And let us say remaining are using only the existing practices. So that is the only rubrics which help to validate the attainment of my PO.
Okay. Okay, sir. Understand, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So should I continue to the institution files related to institution?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Sir.
this, yeah.
Sir, another doubt, sir. Sir, during the NBA accreditation analysis visit purpose, whether they are asking question depends on the criteria wise of from first period to second and all the questions randomly, sir.
No, it's not a question like. Normally, visit started with presentation by the institution.
Yes, sir.
So after the institution presentation, team will visit the respective departments.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And in the department, you are like the HOD or the NBA coordinator will present the achievements or the information in the desired format given by again NBA.
Okay, sir.
During the presence of the team and the faculty who are not in class.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So during the presentation, whatever questions to be asked by the team, they will ask. It is not the random, like whatever, let us say you are presenting some faculty data.
Yes, sir.
Team will ask from the question related to faculty.
Okay.
So this is not like randomly that I am asking that you are presenting faculty data. I am asking whether admissions are not or like that. This is not like that. This is a complete systematic procedure.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And they can, or answer can be given first by the presenter or even at end by any of the faculty.
Okay, sir.
But try to answer or try to address the question by the relevant person only.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So now, similar to program related files, institution has to maintain documents or records as per the institute. Okay, let us start with file number 1. The composition of governing council or governing body, Senate and other academic and administrative bodies. Normally, sometimes this Senate and other academic bodies, they are related to tier 1, but every institution must have their governing council or governing body. Their functions and responsibilities. List of all the meetings held in the past 3 years, along with the attendance records, minutes and action taken reports of few meetings of such bodies, along with the list of current faculty members who are member of such bodies. Now you understand this. Meaning is that whether the faculty members is having participation in the governing council meetings or governing body as member or not. So you have to keep, like the institution must keep on things in this first file. That what is the composition of your governing body, the highest body, how many members, in this governing body, how many members from faculty side. So you have to maintain the record of all the 3 years, 3 assessment years, along with sample copy of minutes and action taken on that, along with the presence of the members. And normally all these informations are to be uploaded on your university website, college website also. File number 2, the associated rules, policies and procedures published by the institution, including service book and academic regulations, along with the proof that the employees or students are aware of the rules and procedures. This is the file number 2 related to institution, which chairman has to verify of the team. File number 3 related to institution, budget allocation and utilization, audited statement of accounts. Now you try to understand, this is institutional budget, means allocation and utilization of the 3 years. At the same time, your department has to maintain their own budget, but it should have in tune with the institution budget. But this should be kept in mind, that both budget allocation and utilization at institution or program level should be aligned with each other. Number 4, institution website should be informative, means all information which you are demonstrating or showing to the team or the chairman should have the same figures and values available in your website. Sometimes it happened that you are showing something and which is not available on website or having discrepancies. So please keep on updating your website as per the information available with the records in your institution or your program. So file number 5 related to institution, library resources, books and journals, holdings, etc. Number 6, listing of core, computing and manufacturing, etc. means the common facilities. Number 7 related to institution, file number 7, records of training and placement, career and guidance cell. When we say record of training and placement, it should have its own calendar, that how many whether they are following their own academic calendar or not. Academic calendar means when they have to start their activities related to awareness or trainings and finally the placement. Similarly, career and guidance cells. So whatever cells you have in the college, you have to compile the data under the file number 7. File number 8 related to institution, records of safety checks and critical installations. If you are having fire extinguishers, they should be checked and verified at the end, means after the expiry. So should not be expired only. File number 9 related to medical care records and usage of ambulance. So complete record is to be maintained here. And file number 10, academic calendar, schedule of tutorial and makeup classes. File number 11, handouts or files along with outcomes, list of additional topics to meet the outcomes. Basically, this is related to first year. Normally, chairman has to verify the all institutional related information, including the first year. File number 12, set of question papers, assignments, evaluation schemes, etc. Again related to first year. 13, feedback form, analysis of feedback and corrective actions. Now this is one of the important file. When we say feedback, normally institution is getting feedback from the stakeholders, but they are not analyzing the things. So feedback collection, its analysis and the corrective actions, these combined together becomes the complete action. Otherwise it is partially correct. File number 14 related to document feedback received from the stakeholders, for example, industry, parents, alumni, financiers, etc. of the institution. File number 15, list of faculty along with their qualification teaching first year courses. And last one, results of the first year students. So these are the information related to institution should be kept ready for verification by the team during visit. So normally, tentatively 28 files related to program and 16 files related to institution, they are to be kept ready for the verification by the team during visit. Any question related to institution information? Any question?
No, sorry. Yeah. Please go ahead.
One question. We got NBA 10 years back. We have to mention or not?
No, you have to mention, because last visit, whether it was through old format or new format, it does not matter. But since you were accredited 10 years back, these documents should be made available during the visit in file number 1.
Okay, thank you.
You should not hide any information from the team, because they might have information from NBA only. When team will visit your place, they might have information that you were accredited 10 years back. That information might be with them from NBA. So please do not hide any information.
Okay.
And this is your good part, that okay, right now you are not NBA accredited, but 10 years back you were accredited. What is harm?
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Okay.
But only thing that if something is being given under some deficiency or weaknesses during your 10 years back visit, please try to have compliance of all these deficiency and weaknesses.
Okay.
Suppose 10 years back when you got accreditation, the team has observed some deficiencies or weaknesses during their visit. And now since after 10 years team is visiting and you are not having any compliance made, so this will not good. So try to have the compliance of all those information which listed by the previous team 10 years back, so that they can verify the improvement. Otherwise they will say that no improvement is done. Okay. So now at end.
And also,
yeah,
everything should be in the computer and we can present it.
It should
instead
be
of showing of showing every time.
You try to understand that this should be soft as well as in hard.
Okay.
Like all the, you just see records needed at a glance, institute specific 1 to 16 files. There should be all these files should be in soft mode as well as in hard mode. Sometimes they can verify during your soft copy only, but sometimes like they can say, you show me file number 15, you show me file number 14. Okay, so you be ready along with both type of information, soft as well as hard.
Okay.
So at a glance, your
sir, one second, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what about the online class assignments and test papers, sir? Sample papers.
Sample papers. Are you not giving sample question paper to your students?
Sir, now in the pandemic period, we are conducting only online classes.
No, online classes. So you can demonstrate through your like the soft copies that this was the questionnaire which was developed in your Google Forms, using Google Forms or something, and this is the evaluation part.
So those are only digital data.
You try to understand this is true only academic year, let us say 2021.
Okay,
but not in previous years. So try to if you have the blended, then it's all okay. Team is also having a mixture of experts. They are also using the same formats. So you should not have any worry, because if I am a teacher and expert also, so since I am using online classes, so how I can say that you are not using online classes, and I will not believe him. So it should be like, if this is 2021, you can have.
Okay, sir.
But ultimately, again, you have the material, like you have floated some questionnaire, which is again online based, using either Google Forms or something. Sometimes you have prepared questionnaire in doc form and submitted to your and ask your student to fill it and submit to you. That so you have some proofs also, no? You can't say that you do not have any proof. Like if I am sharing assignment either through WhatsApp or through emails, you can show. So only thing that you have to demonstrate your actions, and it is team. If you are able to verify the things which you have followed, they will believe it.
Okay, sir.
They will not say that I do not consider your online material or something. It is not like this, because they are also teachers. So at a glance, you should make ready institution specific files 1 to 16, program specific files 1 to 28, course files as already discussed. It should have the course curriculum, the timetable, the sample copies of assignment, evaluated assignments, their reports, quizzes, sample question papers, sample evaluated answer sheets, etc., etc. Of sample, when we say sample means of 3 cadre, like the exceptional student or mediocre student or lower side student of all the 3 years. It's not like that if you have the 65 students in a class, so you have to maintain the copies of all 65. No, sample copies. Faculty list, normally NVA says CAY M1, M2, but CAY M3, you must also prepare it in the same format as discussed in the previous slides. Placement list of 3 assessment years, CAY M1, M2, M3. Again in the format as explained earlier. Student list of all 4 years of your current academic year, means first year, second year, third year, fourth year.
Sorry, excuses, sir. One doubt.
Yeah.
Regarding placement, whether the list from the company itself is enough or individual call letter must be produced.
No, I'm not getting.
The selection list of candidates from the company, they will send it to the placement office, no?
No, normally,
normally
what happened, like if you are in, because like the placement list is matter between the 3 years, M1, M2, M3. It means 1 year already gone.
Yeah.
1 year already gone. Like we are in CAY, means like 2021, and your student was placed in 1920, means up to June or July 20.
Sir, audio problem. Sir, audio problem. I didn't get.
Are you not getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the thing is that since we are in CAY, means 2021. Okay. My student was placed already in 1920 batch. So do you think that till now my student should not have the offer letter?
No, they might have got.
You try to understand this. Normally what happened, placement is between the period, assessment period, means CAY M1, M2, M3, and we are in CAY. Now thing is that as much as possible you should have the offer letters. And sometimes if you do not have the offer letter, then you should have the mail from the company specific domain only. Like if your student are being hired by TCS, then this confirmation list should be from TCS email only, not through consultant or not through any other source.
Okay.
Are you getting now?
Okay. Getting.
One is either they should have the offer letter. Second, if you have the mail regarding placement confirmation, then it should be from company specific domain only.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Then copies of approval.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, like some of the students are not willing to sit in the placement exam. Like they do have some like previous offer letter, or there's certain reasons. So can we take undertaking and can we like deduct them from the total number of final students?
No,
final
not
year
at all.
students? Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. Thing is
Undertaking
that
will not be,
मैंने आपको शायद ध्यान होगा जो हमारा फॉर्मेट था पीछे हमने क्या लिखा था, when we say n means number of student admitted in final year.
Right, sir.
So that might be even against 65, it might be again 42 or might be 50.
But
So
sir,
already
in final year, some of the students
you
are not willing to sit in the placements further. So sometimes they give write it down on undertaking.
Then you have the second, whether they are going for higher studies,
Right, sir.
whether they are going for entrepreneurship. So we have the three.
But yes, sir. But you mentioned that the company, it being an entrepreneur, it should be related to their engineering field. But some of them are
dear faculty. Basically, our aim is, because we are producing technocrats, our aim is to fulfill the X plus Y plus Z.
Right, sir.
So simple thing is, we are even not saying that they are graduated or not. We are saying they are admitted in final year.
Okay, sir.
When we say capital N, it means the number of students who are admitted in final year.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So sometimes some students might even have some backlogs or something, and they are not willing to join fourth year. So we are giving already benefit of doubt. So number of students who are admitted in final year, this is the N, and the number of students who placed through on or F campus, plus number of students going for higher studies, plus number of students who are obtaining means entrepreneurship in the engineering discipline. So combined together, that becomes Z by N, that is the placement ratio.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Like your first file related to program, which you are having the last accreditation copies, approval copies. Along with this, you must have the AICT approval letters and affiliating university approvals or the state government approvals, etc. So all approval copies should be available in the program file number 1 related to program. Website updation. Please ensure this. Your information available on website must match with the information shown to the committee or the team. If find discrepancies, you will be in suspicions. An audited statement of 3 years of your finance related must be available on your website. So these are some of the things which makes you comfortable during visit. So from my side, this is the last slide. And if you have any type of question related to any NBA related criteria, plus this documentation, plus anything, you are most welcome. House is open for any question answer.
Dear participants, please feel free to ask questions.
Good morning, sir. Sir, in file number 28, you asked for the involvement of stakeholders in PEOs and POs. What kind of involvement is required?
Normally, in case of PO, you do not require any involvement because they have been fixed by the NBA.
Exactly.
Regarding PSO, when we say PO, it also has the PSO. But when you are articulating PSO after making draft by a certain committee, which might be your departmental advisory committee, put these PSOs to your all stakeholders, like your alumni and the employers, and get feedback from them. So whether PSO articulated in the form of draft are up to the mark or they need some revision. So that file must contain all these views.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, nowadays NBA how many days?
Nowadays,
NBA visit how many days?
Normally, if it is a single program, then 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. If more than one program, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Excuse me, sir, is there any specific feedback performance for the students?
Exactly not. That depends on your requirement. Means what kind of, for what purpose you are taking feedback. Means whether feedback is you are assuming for the articulation of vision and mission, then go for the senior alumni or the employers.
No, sir. For the accreditation course, अगर हमें कोई भी परफॉर्मा फिल करवाना है, like जैसे कि हमने देखा कि हमें अपने स्टूडेंट से फैकल्टीज का फीडबैक लेना है, ठीक है? तो is there any specific और कोई आपका ऑथराइज्ड कोई ऐसा परफॉर्मा है जो आपका एक फॉर्मेट हो कि हमें यही लेना है?
Not at all.
Sometimes जो आपकी NBA कमेटी है वो ये कहती है कि that performer is not authentic. तो in that case, is there any authentic performer?
What is your name?
Sir, Dr. Manisha.
Dr. Manisha, from where?
Sir, D Trust.
D Trust. Manisha, कमेटी कब कहती है कि जब आपने फॉर्मेट बनाया, when you are preparing format at your own but not having any approval of your competent body. Like if you have formed any format, if it is duly approved by your board of studies or your academic council, nobody will question. You show them the approval of your competent body. Only thing, if these formats differ from one faculty to another, then it's a question.
No, sir. It's common for all the faculty members, but it's right ki that will be approved by some authoritative body.
Exactly. Since you are a tier 1 institution, it should be approved by your competent body. Minimum at the board of studies level.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I am Sadil Kumar from Institute of Road and Transport Technology. One more question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the supporting documents and relevant fields of PO must be filled by the concerned colleges. And the supporting documents and hard copy we submitted, those are verified by the MBA committee.
Yeah.
Then they evaluate whether we can put marks in the appropriate field. They are going to put the marks, sir.
Try to understand any information which you are showing should have some justification.
Okay,
like suppose you are giving some marks while evaluating assignment. Then if the team has some doubt, you can show them the evaluated assignment of that student. They have to believe it, because they can say that you are liberal. They can say that you are very tough. They can make certain observations, but ultimately they have to believe whether you are correct or not. It's immaterial. They can say they are following, but not appropriately.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So otherwise, it's not a question. Like some process might be very good, some process might be moderate, and some process needs improvement. So this is the teamwork to evaluate and to observe. It is not that you are doing wrong things. It is not like this.
Okay, sir.
Any other question?
Sir, myself Ashok from Tamil Nadu, sir.
Oh, from which college?
Sir, from Polytechnic, Nachimuthu Polytechnic, Coimbatore.
Okay.
This NBA visit, is there? Will it be done in the physical mode or online mode? I am asking with reference to this.
Before April, it was in both mode, physical as well as online.
Okay.
So right now I cannot say anything.
Okay.
Because they have already you can say the method of evaluation, physical as well as online before April. So few visits between January to March were conducted online as well as offline.
This year,
21.
Okay. So it will be mixed mode.
No, it's not mixed. Like if you are willing, the team should visit your campus. They have sent the team to the campus.
Okay.
If college says that, sir, we are comfortable with online also, so they have conducted visits online also.
Oh, so they will ask for an option, right?
Naturally. You like during this pandemic or something like beginning or end, they are having discussion with the college whether they are comfortable with online or offline.
Okay, sir. Okay.
But if things will change, means like will go smooth. So mostly physical.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So should we say thank to all?
Any more questions?
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Like since I have already shared my email ID, if any of the participants needs some kind of advice or something, or having any discussion. So I would like to appreciate their concern and will try to solve.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. We are truly humbled by your numerous insightful contribution to the session. And please accept our sincere appreciation for this wonderful session. It was particularly appropriate and informative. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. And respective participant, next session will be on preparation for the NBA expert team, and the session will begin at 12 noon. Before leaving the session, please mark your attendance and don't forget to fill the feedback form. Thank you so much.
So, Komal, should I leave?
Yes, sir. Please. Thank you so much, sir.